simple like that. Yeah.
And I think that's like the way the world is now. I think every person has to come up with those things for them, right? What makes me happy? What makes me jazzed?
Yeah.
What, that energy.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I'm doing my performance reviews right now at work, and we were supposed to just have, like, with my manager or my director, we were supposed to just have a 1 hour session.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone over that session, we've gone into another hour, and now we're booking for more time next week. And the reason being is he did not realize my dissatisfaction in my role, right? So now we're talking through it, and he's like realizing, oh my God, I haven't managed properly. And some of it is because we're not in person, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't, right?
Yeah.
You're on that one meeting, boom, done.
Yeah.
You're in, you're out,
Yeah.
you click off.
Yeah.
You don't have that interpersonal relationships
Through the
before
hallway.
the meeting, in the hallway,
at
right?
the water station,
or after the meeting, like, hey, you got a couple minutes, right?
Yeah.
None of that's all gone
It's
because
like fine tuning.
so many people. It's like if it's not scheduled in my calendar, I'm not reaching out to you.
Sure.
Right? So it's a really interesting direction that we're heading.
I find that also has similar parallels in personal life relationships where when you don't have that kind of access to keep those, I call them like micro realignments,
Yes.
where it's the
Good way to put it.
things happen along the way.
Yes.
Sometimes it may be something small, but if not attended to, it starts having a trajectory that reaches out and takes a lot more chunk of that relationship in a way that often isn't in the good direction. Most of us think in terms of worst case scenario, like what's the worst case scenario, instead of actually there's a balance here. It could be this or somewhere in between. But when our minds go this way here, something really small and easily solved in the moment can amalgamate to something more considerable that takes more resources, time, and investment of energy as well. And so I totally hear what you're saying there too.
Nice. Do you happen to listen, like, because of what you're like, do you just do the Uber or do you do other things
This
as
is
well?
my primary gig. Actually, this is my primary gig. This is my primary form of income. And then when I'm not doing this, I create a lot of content on the internet by way of... Oh, yeah? This has been a recent engagement for me because I've been off social media for the longest time, years. So coming back on, it was about, let's see here, a year ago actually, I'd say, just over a year ago. So I've just been online for about a year now. But it's taken up a significant investment for me again because one, I started thinking, okay, I'm not sure what kind of audience is interested in my content, but I was compelled by my friends saying, you really need to do this.
Yeah.
And so the response has been fantastic, and it's almost brought a lot more buy-in from not only my followers who are following my content and interacting with me, but also from me, saying, I almost feel like a sense of obligation now to continue keeping up this content, not because I feel compelled, but more so it's convictional, saying there's probably something I have access to that could serve others, and so how can I make that more accessible? Because I feel like I'm already living a really rich... Look at this truck here, Black Tie Services.
Nice.
That's awesome, and it's a bow tie.
Yeah,
I like that.
perfect.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel extremely generous in whichever ways I'm able to extend myself. And for me, I would say my generosity has been consistently time. How can I give my time to help alleviate others in various contexts in a way that I can?
Yeah.
So that's what drives me.
So what's your platform?
Here, I'll give you my card.
Absolutely, thank you.
You're welcome. Basically, I'll just grab the card here. This is me.
Excellent.
The platforms are on the back there with a handle. And what
To LinkedIn, nice.
Yeah. My LinkedIn is still sparse. I'm still learning how to navigate.
LinkedIn's
I've heard good things about it. I just need to crack it, and understand how to...
Exactly it. There's a certain means and methods to LinkedIn only.
Yeah.
Whereas because it's so formal, so business, but it is slowly integrating more of that casualness.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It needs to get there.
Yeah,
right. Versus like the other means of social media where it's so casual. Right?
Yeah.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah, apparently LinkedIn was once upon a time where you wanted to find work or employees were looking. but now it just seems a lot more on the social end too.
Yeah.
But no, basically my content is, I'm fascinated with human connections, and so I love studying, analyzing, and participating in those. And so I just share insights that I have about how I connect with people, how I engage them, how the intention forms for me, and how I carry it on. And I think that's been the encouraging part for those who follow my content.
Yeah.
The content that I present this theme in is primarily through my role as an Uber driver. So when I have permission from my riders, there's some rides like this one here, maybe I'll ask you later. So I've got my security camera here, which keeps things in check here.
Yes.
But for I mean, I have so many conversations, Richard, so many that are delightful. I probably like 80-90%, and the vast majority of them I never do make that request for permission, because it's just far too personal, the things we talked about. And I think, yeah, this is something that we'll enjoy for this time here. But when it's accessible, we're not talking about things that are on a personal level,
Yeah.
then I'll ask if they're open to me sharing for the purpose that I shared with you. And if it's a hell yes, and I do encourage them to go for the no answer, especially because it's not a comfortable response to give in this culture, and that's really important. I know my followers, they see how meticulous I am with ensuring that I do have that buy-in from the riders.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a privacy on the line here, right?
Sure.
And then I post those in short bite size that gives my followers a model of how I experience it, and how they can maybe pattern their own excursions into what could be. And so I really am thrilled by that response. It shocked me. Richard, I would say, from my awareness of social dynamics and the people who I thought would respond to my content, I couldn't have been more wrong.
Wow.
The primary individuals who have been engaging in an active way with my content have been young guys, 12 to 24-year-old young guys.
No way.
I was flabbergasted in a really encouraging sense again,
Yeah.
but they're the ones who, well, I mean, it's a whole gamut, old to young, females, male, all over. But that's the most active and most engaging response I've been getting. And
Very interesting.
it's been really, really inspiring, yeah. So the more you do it, the more they're like relishing it, and so you say, yeah, they're in it for the right reason, and they're resonating with things that I feel really convictionally driven by, and so it just creates that symbiotic relationship there,
Yeah. So your human connection piece,
Yes.
is it from some education that you've taken, or is it just a natural interest?
Great,
Like a
yeah,
natural
good
instinctive
question.
interest.
For me, I think it's a natural interest
Wow.
that I've honed in over a long time. So even before I was in my academic career, when I was a teenager, and even before, I just lived at this level of engaging, and I mean, I see that developing and evolving the whole time there.
Yeah.
But now it's just at the point where I'm just more intentional in saying, well, how can I describe what I do and experience with others so that they can have their encouragement that way.
Yeah.
On the
I think just turn around, and it was on the right-hand
over
side
there. It was.
That's
I
okay.
missed it there.
For the for sale sign, yes.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so that's how I've been.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's been really encouraging. Let me pull over on this side, and I'll wait for you across the street here. Is that okay?
Thanks so much.
You are
I
welcome.
don't see my
I'm in no rush, by the way, so we can hang out
realtor
here.
here.
Not yet.
I'm not here yet.
Okay, we can wait here.
Oh, perfect. Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, we made good time. Holy
good.
smokes. I was trying to figure it out.
No worries.
So then-
yeah.
On your posts,
Mhm.
is it a daily post for yourself or like once a week?
Mhm,
How is
good
it?
question. So I'm trying to aim for daily. So today I haven't even posted anything. Let me give you a quick snapshot here.
Yeah.
So here's my Instagram, here's my TikTok. So TikTok is a primary one which started it all. So on TikTok
Okay.
it's a lot
Yeah,
more.
I haven't used TikTok yet. so-
Okay. So it's TikTok. Now TikTok and Instagram, they kind of share the same content. They have the same theme there.
Okay.
But basically, so here's me yesterday with a couple of personal anecdotes.
Nice.
Here's one of my previous rides here with a visually impaired lady, and we had a great little conversation. So that's about, I don't know, 20 posts here of about minute length videos there.
So just snippets. Wow.
Exactly.
cool.
And then from here, I'll post the full length ones onto my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And so on my YouTube channel, let's see here. This is where they can access the full unedited version because
Yeah.
I don't like editing. So if I go to my videos here, this is where those are. Various ones along the way. And then also on my YouTube, I have started posting, I've started a podcast, 2 of them actually.
Nice.
One is me just talking to people in general and just showing what that looks like in a more engaged way. And then the second one was with a group of friends that I have, a group of guy friends. And the premise of that one, Richard, is how can we together as guys experience, model what friendship could look like? And so these are your friends, of course, but just one of those things that we're thinking, what does friendship amongst guys look like, especially in relation to so many gamuts of important social connections, and how we can communicate and learn how to communicate, learn how to be vulnerable, learn how to talk about culturally appropriate things that are, challenging for guys in general to engage.
Bang on.
Yeah.
And I'm not laughing at
That's
you.
okay. I know.
The
I
reason
hear
I'm
ya.
laughing
Yeah.
is this is the struggle I've had, like all my adult male life, is that the connection piece with guys is such a struggle, right? I don't want to talk about women every freaking second.
Sure.
I don't want to talk about cars.
Yeah.
I like sports.
Yeah.
But I don't want.
That's not all.
Yeah. I don't memorize the stats.
Yeah.
So and so did this and so and so.
Sure.
Like, I want to get together and have this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, having a conversation like this has so much meaning and
Absolutely.
so uplifting.
Yeah.
Like how I feel right now with this conversation with you has made my whole week.
That's amazing.
Because not just the human connection, right? That's huge.
Sure.
But that's exactly it, is just to throw a topic out there and just have a conversation. I'm not political. I just like